So now that we've completed corner box, let's also put a level of sub D on it. And it's a little bit softer than I would like, but you know, we'll call it a winner. We'll call it a winner. We'll call ourselves winners. Even though the tool didn't give us a congratulations for rounding out everything and turning everything into quads and not having any triangles. I mean, that just goes to show that I've solved this box way too many times. We will jump on to the next asset. So now we're on to level 2, ladder. Ladder's nothing. Ladder's like, why are you giving me a ladder? But the joke hasn't finished yet. Over time, I hope to fully tell that joke. So let us go over to nFlow through the end panel, because through the end panel we can hold down this and bring in just the video config and not actually load in the defaults, which is I kind of love. I love that aspect because we're just adding these configs, right? And so we're just going to add another config. We're going to call this CO3 ladder. You know, I'm going to give you guys all the solutions to all the puzzles, and then you can model with them, because I've been modeling with this stuff and I'm like, oh my god, this tool's so done. This tool's so done. So, you know, looking at this now, I actually want to try it differently. I'm going to hit it with a symmetry and then dissolve these, and that means that basically every edge except for these didn't require, you know, right now we're just talking strategy. We're talking ladder strategy. How do we take the ladder? You know, I'm just going to go with edge off the bat, and, you know, here I am trying to get ahead of myself. And we will just map this to something like mesh.bevel. And under mesh bevel, there are some arguments we can deal with in advance. And I do love doing this because it is nice to be able to set this stuff up in advance. I mean, I know I asked for stuff that makes no sense. And I know asking for the... Let's change this to be... maybe add. I mean, I should say it's without confidence. I know that that's the right answer. My apologies. So I had to apply to scale. Just, you know, that's just part of life. And we want to probably go on the F9 and just look at some alternative miters. You know, sometimes I want to go with that one, but that one actually adds, like, it turns 1 into 3, and that's the only reason I never go with it. Like, I just look at it, I'm like, oh, I have to solve 3? No thanks. So now we have solved it, and if we just hit it with the symmetry, we're done. And if I were to hit it with a triangulate on the hard op side, I get an error because I still also get the modifier, but it's because I guess something has changed with triangulate. Blender's getting weird right now, so errors aren't what they used to be. But just like that, we solved it. But let's say we want to finish solving it. You know, haha, very funny. How do we actually solve it? So we get in here, and we need to connect from point to point. So point to point is going to be a thing. So we get in here. We that means we need our old boy join. You know, join is just sitting on our clipboard at this point. So I'm just using Windows and V to bring up my clipboard history. I mean, even though Windows is watching us and taking our history and recording damn videos of us and all sorts of weird, wacky stuff that should really tank their stock price, we still also have things we have to do. So, and some of these features are kind of power tools. So, you know, I won't rant too much, but one day I'm just going to become a tech ranter. So what I want now is to grab this all the way to here and then perform a project loop. So we'll just put in a project loop. We're just having fun right now. We're just playing with the pieces. You know, I'm also coming to terms with this tool right now, you know, for the first time, because it's just nothing but pressure and rush and pressure, and I definitely look forward to being able to think. And we want to press D, 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 D. We'll leave it on W, but we'll keep pressing D. And that's the one that we want. And just like that, we have extended everything out. That feature, when it was drawn on paper, was originally called Rake. I look forward to the actual version that was called Rake to exist. So I was about to default to using hard hops, because it's just where my muscle memory is at. But what we want to do is actually use analyze. So just give it a quick analyze. I do love the analyze text in the corner. It is very stylish. And just like that, we have solved the ladder. So just a quick little 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes to solve a ladder. I don't know. Let's copy that. Let's copy that and let's re-ladder that. You know, let's ladder it vanilla. All right, because well, maybe kind of vanilla. Let's partially vanilla solve it. All right, I'm not crazy. I'm not going to solve this all the way vanilla, but okay. So I have to apply the scale, and that's part of the test. The test is you have to apply the scale. So you're probably like, hey, why doesn't he apply the scale? Why isn't the scale applied in this file? Why do these files suck? Why do these files have problems? The problems are part of it. We need to win despite these problems because the problems are part of it. The problems are so Blender needs to solve these problems. Like if you don't want the problems in the files, Blender needs to make these problems not happen. They don't need to exist, but because they exist, we have to solve them. So I'm just pasting in my config, even though I don't need it. I loaded the configuration I saved and then I loaded in the other one. So here I am defaulting over, but I keep forgetting we're vanilla boys right now. We're the vanilla gang, MX2 and the vanilla gang right now, partying at what 3:16 in the morning, early hours. That ain't nothing. I'm so used to certain tools. You can see me trying to click and drag. All right, actually, the spider senses in my hand are tingling, which told me I should walk away from Blender. I mean, that's what literally happens to me sometimes when I'm using vanilla workflows. Like, I mean, surely, I'm not even trying to insult Blender, right? With what I'm doing. Like, I'm just working. I'm just working with like my brain in the state that I would. And really, I mean, let's be more. Let's take it up a level. I mean, hey, I'm making vanilla look bad, and that's not good. I love vanilla. Like, if I order a shake, it's a vanilla. So let's show vanilla proper. Like I said, rake was originally an idea on paper or project loop. So when it comes to that, and we'll just extrude and something like that. I'm just moving it until it's right, and then I'm just going to bring it off, and then we're just going to perform a knife project. And then just like that, we have performed that entire operation. So, project loop is basically that, but like automated, always. I mean, I'm always trying to present things in a simplified fashion. So that way, when it comes to them being automated, I'm able to have some level of accountability for them when they break down. Like, I'm not asking for literal magic when it comes to tools. I'm just asking for it to just look like magic, to function like magic, to not have those where they are. I mean, why are those there? And how many other ones are there? I should have the normals flipped on this mesh too. But, we just solved it twice. We solved it the regular way. We solved it the kind of vanilla-ish way. I mean, it's hard for me to go full vanilla. If hops is there, I'm gonna have to use it. I mean, sorry, I got problems. Those problems is I'll never stop wanting to use hops or reaching for it because, it is my baby. So let us load up ladder once more. And, let's take a look at this and how we can efficiently do it using config number 3. Because that's the purpose of this, right? It's for us to solve each asset. And we see that I jumped in the wrong way, because Bevelo and Polysolve are there. Not saying that they're bad or anything, just that they're not related to what we got going on. So we'll just go over to number 3, ladder. And we'll just do a symmetrize, which will allow us to just get rid of that. Like, I saw that there's like some just kind of trash edges in there, and just relocating them will just make dealing with things a lot simpler. So if we want to just begin solving it, just getting there, we would just start beveling. But of course, every time we have to apply the scale. Like I almost want to give this a what I would call a null behavior of that, and we would just have it where whenever you open a file, it just applies the object transform. But really, now that I see that, I need that to be actually connected to a notification so that whenever we do something like that's a whole nother talk altogether. So continuing on, we will just copy this configuration, and then we're just going to go into install, and we're just going to open the ladder, and we'll open up our config, and it looks like we didn't say we didn't copy. Wait, yeah, we did. We just didn't paste it in. Sorry, I'm being dummy. All right. So there, we'll do that, and then we'll apply the geometry. And without the feedback of it saying what it did, I don't like that. I don't like not getting feedback. That's like my biggest thing with Blender is just give me some feedback. Just say, hey, I did a thing, a very serious thing. Just tell me you did a very serious thing, please. Blender's like, no, I ain't telling you nothing. If he dies, he dies. It's like, I died. Because I can't read it. I can't even read that I died. Like, which reminds me of this game F-22 Flight Interceptor on the Sega Genesis. In this game, you would crash your plane, and it would show you dead in the cockpit. It was nuts. I was like, oh my god. It's like the first time I ever seen death. Alright, well, in a video game. Too much of it in life. Alright, so we want to add a behavior, but we want to put it on the right click, and we want to make this edge loop. So we'll just go at loop, and we'll just go at loop cut, and I always go with the right click one. Okay, there we go. Oh, I want loop and slide. So, you know, last time I was hacking it on the previous examples when I was speedrunning, but for this one, we actually want loop and slide. So this is where, you know, there are some differences in these loop cuts. Like I was wondering why I was being a little stiff there, but I was just going to play it off. But now we can just keep going. You know, sometimes odd things happen in videos, and I'm just racking my brain at hyper time, wondering, like, should I tell the viewer this? Like, I don't know. So now I can just, and I don't even like how I'm doing that. Right click plus left mouse click. Let's try it again. Sorry, I'm right mouse clicking that. I'm just not used to. Okay, no, I was being dumb. So I can easily set it to left mouse click off the mesh, and I wanted a very intricate off mesh system for dealing with this, similar to how HardOps and Boxcutter are kind of legends at dealing with off mesh operations. Also wanted this to also be able to deal with things like that. And let us almost feel like a viewer can tell every moment that I get distracted. Alright, and back focusing, and you know, just we still have join on the clipboard. Just a little join on the clipboard. We could also be grabbing these and basing our previous configurations off of them and duplicating them and such, but we are just, and I just realized that I am doing this the wrong way. Like, there's other ways we could do this that are more efficient, and the goal is to find the most efficient way and set that up to be our configuration that we recall for this. So, and you know, just to demonstrate that, I will do it on the other side. In fact, even adding all these loops and adding the edge loop, I don't know. Now I'm less confident in my configuration because should I solve it using edge loops and a little draw like I did just then, or should I just do the, you know, this is what I need to do is I solve it like so. You know, we're just talking about two different ways to do this in the event. I mean, also might as well solve these. Alright, so for something like this, we would just go in and just use project loop. And so I just wasn't even thinking of that. Just how I could just press shift, press. I rant every time about project loop and how I have to press hotkeys in it all the time. Like, and I sound like a crazy person. I'm like, I shouldn't have to press hotkeys. And they're like, what are you talking about? What do you mean I shouldn't have to press hotkeys? I'm like, I shouldn't have to press hotkeys. It should just drop right it. Because, I mean, there's only one mode that matters. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying only one mode matters. I'm saying the other modes, why do they exist? So we'll just go ahead and dissolve that. And, you know, I'm just looking at the clock here and just seeing how much of your time that I'm wasting cleaning up a ladder. I mean, obviously we want to probably get rid of this so that way we're able to see what we're actually looking at. But now we have solved the ladder. So the ladder configuration isn't necessarily my favorite. So I want to revisit it once more. In fact, I want to apply the object transform still. So we still apply the transform. I wish we could change that to just apply scale. And just like that, it now says apply scale. So we can make it say competent things whenever we're working, in case it says, you know, incompetent things. But, you know, let's reload it just one more time, because the ladder's deceptive. And, you know, when the other ladders come, we'll miss this ladder. So let's go over to the end panel with nFlow, and we'll open up a video config. And we just want to paste our additional configuration in here. And basically after we solve it this time, it will be set. So I'm going to just apply to scale. And we'll apply to scale. And what we want to do is symmetrize the side that doesn't have any trash, and then just do it like so. And I don't like this step, but, you know, we at least have that right before we jump into our configuration. And then we do that. And then I keep forgetting that we need to change this to be arc. So we need to go over to this and miter outer. We need to change that to arc, because we need to be efficient every time. Why would we have it default into the wrong one? But also we don't want to solely the defaults, you know. And I'm just looking at this edge, wondering why it exists. So I wish I could easily get back to that selection and still just that topic will be revisited at a later time. So let's jump out one more time, because I also see that I'm having a little trash over here. You know, and this trash is just, you know, we just got to be on the lookout for it. It's because I'm real tired and it's getting late at night. I'm sorry. I should do this only when I wake up early in the morning, but release Eve. Celebrations must be had, even alone. So here we're just performing a few micro corrections just to set up for the project loop. And I should bring up the hops timer, but you know, we're making these final configurations for the solve, so let's not add a wild card, baby. No, I'm playing, but maybe seriously, we'll press D, and we have something like that. And if we just resymmetrize, and these examples are able to be solved with symmetries. Not all of them are able to be solved that way. So, you know, consider yourself lucky for now that we're able to solve it using these methods. So we will go ahead and export this configuration. And we're just exporting that to the same directory that we used a long time ago that we did. My speech is just breaking down at night. I'm telling you, I'm stroking out, you guys. So we will just export that configuration. And with that, we'll jump to the next asset.